Alrighty, kindergarten. So right now we are going to be working on a new project. You walked in with a piece of paper and a paper towel. Give me a thumbs up if you have both of those items. We are going to be practicing painting. Our next project is going to be painting. So we're going to be using water as paint and practicing with a paintbrush. Now, there's no ink involved. It's just water. You guys are going to be painting with water, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to introduce you to someone. His name is Mr. Paintbrush. Say, hi, Mr. Paintbrush. Mr. Paintbrush is very sweet. He is going to make some amazing artwork with you. Now, he has some rules. First, you need to know about his body. His body here is the handle. Say handle. Handle, very good. Now up here is his hair. Hair, very good. Now where his eyes are, that is where his shirt is. Yours might not have eyes, but they're still there. And they're always watching you to make sure that you're being nice to Mr. Paintbrush. So let me ask you a question. Do you like it when people pull on your hair? I hope you said no. Do you think Mr. Paintbrush likes it when people pull on his hair? No, he does not. All right, what about his shirt right here? That's the shiny part. Do you think people like it when they pull on each other's shirt? No. Do you think Mr. Paintbrush likes it? No, you have to be very sweet with Mr. Paintbrush. Now, Mr. Paintbrush does like something. He likes being held very softly and doing soft motions with his hair. He says, ooh, yeah, me likey. He likes the massage on his head. All right. Now, should I press him hard into the paper? No, that's going to give him a bad hair day and make him look crazy, which will make him sad. All right, you guys are going to get a paintbrush. You do not have the water yet. You guys are going to do some invisible lines. So think about our lines we've been talking about. Zigzag, castle, maybe it's loop-de-loop. You're going to do some invisible lines on your paper. Go slow. Be nice to Mr. Paintbrush. Don't go too fast. He wouldn't like that. Keep your paintbrush looking like this. Oh, how fancy. And please do not ever pull on the paintbrush hairs. The Mr. Paintbrush does not like that. Once we've done that for a while, we'll get started. All right, I'm going to put a water cup on your table. This water cup is for you and your partner. So the person sitting to the left or the person sitting to the right. Should you share with the purple person across from you? No. All right, let me teach you a little trick about it. First, when you have water, you let it sit in the middle between you and your friend. You're going to dip, say dip, let it drip, and then paint. Ooh la la, look at that, swirls. And what's cool about this is you're going to paint something and then it's going to dry and you can do it again and again. And so people have been painting on this paper and then it just goes back to normal. It erases itself. So let's do that again. First, I'm going to dip, say dip, let it drip, and then paint. We are first going to paint a zigzag line. When you get your water, I want you to paint a zigzag line. Ooh la la. Oh no, I've ran out of water. Should I just go home and cry? No, if you ever need more water, just dip into the water, let it drip, and then start painting again. And look, I waited a few seconds, and now I can go back and do another one because the paper dried. It's just water. It gets a little bit crinkly, and that's okay. But go ahead and do your zigzag line. You might have to go back in, dip, let it drip, and then get some more water. But give us a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, let's do another line. So this line can be a little bit different. I'm gonna do a loop-de-loop line. Oh no, I've run out of water. I'm gonna go back in, dip, let it drip, and paint, even though we're not really painting. Let's do a loop-de-loop line. Give me a thumbs up once you have it. All right, let's do something a little bit more challenging. What about the castle line? All right, I'm going to go ahead and do my mini little squares without a bottom all the way across the paper. Like so. Why don't you give it a try and then give me a thumbs up. Okay, so here are your options for today. We have about 5 minutes just to explore. You guys get to paint what you want, anything you want. It can be lines, it can be a drawing. You can fill this up. Go ahead and talk to a neighbor. What could you put on your paper with the water? Okay, we're gonna take about 5 minutes just to paint what you want. It can be anything. 5 minutes just to explore. Let's begin. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you your options for the rest of the day. If you like painting and you wanna continue doing some invisible painting, you're welcome to keep this. I'm gonna show you what other options you have today to choose. If you are all done painting, you're going to follow the green arrows and you're going to put your artwork on the drying rack. Should I put it on the top or the bottom? Bottom, very good. And then follow the green arrow. You can keep your paintbrush in your water cup, that's okay. I can come by and pick up that later. If you have any messes on your table, we have our wet wipes, which you can use to clean that up, or you can even just use your paper towel. Your paper towel goes in the trash can. We don't need that anymore. So here are your options. You could read a book at your table. These are the marker, dry erase board markers and boards. Don't use these, we haven't been trained on them yet. We have some free draw paper, so if you want to take a piece of paper, take it back to your table and draw on it. We have bigger free draw paper over here, and then we have some options over here that are available. We have these blocks. If you want to use these blocks, you're going to take this and put it on the carpet. Now 4 people can use this at a time. How many? 4. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4 people, can you use it? No, you're going to have to wait your turn or find something else to do. If you're done using the blocks, you just put them back. Whoop. You might need a friend to help you with this. Sometimes it's a 2-person job. And put it back. And I like it so that you can see the label. Over here is scrap paper. So this is just like free draw paper, except it has color. So if you want to do something with color paper, you can just open this up and take a piece of paper. We have shape puzzles right here. If you want to use these, you got to use them on the carpet. And what you do is you just take one of the puzzles. There's so many different ones. Let's just do this one. And you'll find the corresponding pieces. So I'm looking for blue pieces. I'm looking for orange pieces. And you fill up the puzzle. Once you've done the puzzle, you can put the items back. 4 people can use this one. How many? 4. And we use this on the carpet. When you're done, make sure you put it back into the cube, shelf, whatever you want to call it, and then make sure the label's out so that the next person knows what they're getting. These are texture plates. So remember when we put these under the under the paper and then went over it with crayon, you could take one of these back to your table. You'll need a piece of free draw if you're going to do that. We also have connector cubes. These you can also use on the carpet. These you can make lines, you can make different 3D forms, but that's there for you to use. 4 people can use it. This one says origami paper. We have not studied origami yet, so please do not do the origami just yet. Don't worry, we'll do origami someday. So those are your options: books, free draw, blocks, scrapbook, scrap paper, shape puzzles, texture plates, connector cubes, or you could continue on painting. It's your choice. Have a wonderful day, kindergarten, and I'm so excited to see what you choose.